You are weak. What are you so afraid of? If you're scared, you can't even stick to your own principles.
You don't want me to stick to my own principles. You're the one.
Excuse me?
You're the one who's afraid to die. And you're going to. You will die. That's what's gonna happen if you don't work this out.
Are you going to kill me?
I hope not.
See, that is exactly why I watch this show. The best writing. Oh man, the lines get you right. I mean, they touch your spine. These things are so badass.
This was intense. From the very, I mean, think about this for a minute. They start off, but they got the drop on Maggie and Carol, but they handled business for a little bit, didn't they? I mean, this episode was all about Maggie and Carol, straight up.
Which is just what we asked for last week. We said we want to see what happened to Maggie and Carol, and they delivered just a little bit. They were just like, here you go. Here's everything that happened to Maggie and Carol.
In detail. I mean, it was great. I even like the part with the whole claustrophobic by putting the bag over Carol.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just to show that we have no control of where we're going. We have no idea. Mm-hmm. And then that little spot of the kill floor. It was a foreshadowing of, dude, we're on the kill floor. Shit is gonna go down in this episode.
Yep.
It's to me now looking back, it was a total foreshadowing of this entire episode.
Yeah,
it's going to be crazy.
And that's the thing is, first of all, they were taking Carol and Maggie, right? And one thing I did say last week is that it seemed like they almost had to be approaching them before the alarm went off. And I think I'm right, because the alarm had gone off. They're like, we need to go. They had that quick argument about, no, you need to stay here. And then, boom, they were there already, right? So they were on them really super fast. So they had to,
I don't know. I have to disagree. And here's why. Because she said you destroyed my home. So they could have been going back. That could have been their barracks for all we know. They could have been just going back.
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they were on them. They were like coming at them. Before, it wasn't like the alarm went off and they went, holy shit, we got to go see what's happening. You know, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Is that they were just like right there. So it was, everything was like coming to a head. And if that one dude didn't wake up, like who knows what would have happened? Who knows how it would have come out different? And so you're right. Maybe they were on their way home. They hear that alarm. Boom! They're immediately on high alert. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So they would have been able to come up on this. Plus, maybe seeing the trucks in the road. You know, the vehicles in the road. Which is, again, I don't understand why they needed to protect that. If the really worst comes to worst, walk your ass home. But don't risk some people over some vehicles. That's worthless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's only going to be so much gas in the world. Nobody's pumping anymore. So eventually, those things are going to be paperweights.
So they dealt with the Savior as best they could, and Maggie and Carol were quickly over. They were taken over, and they were not gagged, but they put the hood over them. Mm-hmm. And I like the whole claustrophobic of the whole situation of them being taken to the kill floor, like I just said. But I was looking forward to this one because it was exactly, they delivered in every sense of the word delivery, an awesome, tense episode. You know, we keep making fun of Carol being a badass, but again, we saw a different part of her. She was trying to change. She's trying to hold back, right? Mm-hmm. You know, I think the whole scene of her stressing, tripping out like she did, it could have been like an internal struggle of, I am tired of this, you know, it's maybe, you know, mm-hmm. And the whole thing of her breaking down, like, just don't hurt the baby because she, enough, I'm done. It seems like she was, I think she was exhausted of what she's become.
Yeah, I'm sure of it. She's been through a lot, you know, and you don't need to kill if it's not necessary. And I think she's coming to terms with that. I think that Morgan's working on her a little bit in that mm-hmm. respect, and she's just trying to. She's like, look, we need to figure out a way to pull it back a little. You know, she's possibly in the place that that Michonne was when they first got into Alexandria, where she's telling Rick, look, we need this. We need to pull back from what we've been going through. And if you think about it, Carol never stopped going through it. She stayed right at that same level in dealing with the Alexandrians and dealing with everything that was happening, the wolves and everything. And even Morgan, the way she was dealing with him, she's really been she never really slowed down. So she's at that point now where she's just, yeah, you're right, exhausted is the right word. But dragging Maggie and Carol back to, I don't even care if it's the House of a Thousand Corpses, these people, it's never going to work out good for you. You got the wrong two people.
Yeah, that's the whole thing, because I totally believe that Carol was going to use that rosary for a weapon.
Uh-huh.
It was one as a good cover,
Right.
to make it she's all religious, because you can see how quickly Polly and the other girls brought their guard down. Polly was the redhead. That was her name in the
Yep, she was. I was hoping the redhead was going to join the group.
You?
I was hoping there was a way.
What I had my eyes on.
Oh yeah, I know which one you're looking for, but no, that redhead was hot, man. That's what's her name? Alice. What's her name? She's
she's been on a couple of things. She's an actress.
Yes. Well, everybody on the show is an actor or actress. That's
well, she's done other things. But
right.
My point is that quickly, I'm pretty sure even during the zombie apocalypse, when you see someone who's a religious person, look what she said. How did you last this long with this type of attitude? So quickly, she found that she's just a weak person and brought her guard down right away, which was her first mistake. Mm-hmm. She quickly judged her as a Bible thumper equals weakness, and I don't know how you got by.
The nervous bird, she kept calling it.
Yeah, the bird, call it, little birdie.
They're a little nervous bird.
Yep, and
then they leave them in the saw bathroom and walk out on them. And that's another thing. Why would you leave them alone for even 1 second?
Well, I don't think they felt threatened by them. Because one, they really seem in action. The two women out in the middle of nowhere, they didn't feel threatened.
And maybe they're trying to do like a false negative kind of thing on the saviors to show, oh, look, these guys aren't even that big of a threat, and then we'll see what comes, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So maybe that's part of it too, because how quickly they took that compound and how quickly they Carol and Maggie overpowered these people here. It would make sense that. Maybe they're just trying to show us that, make us in this false sense of security about these guys. And then, bam! You know what I mean? They'll hit you with a hammer.
Or pistol whip your ass to death. I mean, we'll get to that soon enough. But here's the thing. We got a lot of information about the Saviors. One, they're not well equipped, because they mentioned about weapons. They didn't have a lot of weapons. So they did mention that, if you didn't pick that up.
No, well, they had the arsenal in the first one, and that was a pretty well-equipped arsenal.
Well, they seem like they have a lot.
Right, but that isn't a huge amount. If in the big scheme of things, you're not going to put an army together with that amount of weapons, so you're absolutely right.
Yep. So they did drop some information about that. You get little hints about Negan's group. It seemed like there's more of them. It seemed more organized. I mean, they're using walkie-talkie. We'll see with Lyric, but it seems they have a system in place. Mm-hmm.
They've clearly been here for a while. This is their territory.
Yeah, this is an established area, and dude, I think we're just scratching the surface of what they have.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sure of it. Because we've only seen two little places.
And I like the slow burn of this whole sense of insecurity of they don't know what they're dealing with. And the thing I really like most about this is that we didn't see Rick's group, but I tell you what, in the back of my mind, you got Daryl. They're tracking. They're making their way there. I really thought, by the end it would be a big shootout because you knew they were tracking where they were going.
Totally. And the funny thing is, you didn't need to see their group. We just needed those little times where we heard him talking, and then right at the end when she's like, it came through too clear. They're nearby, kind of. You know what I mean? They may be right on top of us. Mm-hmm. And boom, everything went to shit. Immediately, Carol knew what was happening. As they're panicking and kind of going through the place, she's just like, no, now it's on. We've won at this point. They totally lost it, and that's great. But it started at the beginning with Polly, the redheaded chick, when she made that empty threat about, I'm doing everything in my power not to kill you. And it just came across so empty and weak. And, that's the kind of thing Carol's going to seize on. It's like, oh, you know what I mean? Because if you were going to kill us, you're just going to kill us. You would fake the bargaining. If they were that powerful, if they had that much, they would have been able to overpower Rick's group when the other group arrived, And she'd have just been like, "Nope, we'll just draw it out. We'll kill them right now. Draw it out until they get here, and then boom." You know what I mean? But it was more than that. Like maybe Negan's collecting people. Maybe he's getting more and more people brought in unwillingly for his group, and then he beats them, breaks them, and enlists them. You know what I mean? And that could be what's happening.
There's a possibility here.
Because they were going to take Abraham and Sasha and Daryl, remember? And
That
they were going to
group
take,
was,
and they were going to take them back to where they were so they could get them too.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, well, definitely there's some kind of recruitment process, if you want to call it that.
That's the way it seems anyway. From not having any knowledge of the comic book, that's the way it seems to me. But Carol's panic attack, man,
it was definitely, it helped lower their guard on her.
Well,
it really
but
did.
This is what the thing is. I couldn't figure her out. Like, you know, I'm sitting here going, okay, I know she's playing them. I know she's doing something. When that panic attack came across, it was so believable that I'm like, what is she doing? What's going on? And then she gave up the information about the pregnancy, and you know what I mean. She started like spewing truths, and again, she knew what she was doing, but I'm freaking out.
It could have backfired. Maybe, oh, she's pregnant. Well, we're not gonna deal with this shit. Bam, bam. You know, it was a straight gamble.
Yeah.
Unless she knew that they weren't going to do anything, or maybe she thought, well, if they're going to do anything, they would have done it. Why would they carry this dead weight?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So maybe she already picked it up that, you know, she's dealt with other people. So maybe that's what it is. If they're going to shoot us, they would have done it. So
Yeah.
I'm going to just throw my cards out there, and that's what she did. She played them.
No, she did. She played them, but I was freaking out here because I'm like, that's not like Carol. She doesn't do that. What is happening? You know, I just.
What's wrong with my show?
Exactly. The show's not playing right. I'm hitting the TV.
Stop baking. Look what it does to you when you bake.
But
So anyway.
but again, she turns around at the time when she needs to, and yeah, man, and she just came back like gangbusters, you know. But that's the thing now. So we're basically at the point where something's going to happen from Negan. Think about what he's lost already in just a matter of like I think a month or so between the time that his guys got blown up on the road, you know, to the time where he lost this one compound, followed by the next day losing their little backup place, that little, you know, kill building, the slaughterhouse or whatever it was. And not only did they get those people, but they got the people that were sent to help those people.
We'll hold on that one because I want to talk about that. Let's hold out on that situation because that was at the end. I really want to talk about that.
That's fine. We'll bring it back up. But I'm telling you, Negan has lost so much so quickly that, you know what I mean, he's going to need to do something. So, oh my God, whatever's going to happen here, it's headed on a collision course like a motherfucker right now.
So when they made their move, it was just like quick, like ninja style, you know, ninja action. Carol was in and out, and I love the fact that we didn't see how Maggie got away. Oh no, she was still tied up.
Yeah, she was still tied up, and Carol got her loose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we got to the Asian chick. I think she was Asian. She looked Asian.
To you, all the women that have dark hair and, like, you know, narrow eyes, it's immediately they're Asian. They're Asian, and she's pregnant.
She was.
No, was she? Well, she was, but at a different time.
Still qualifies. But that little interrogation, it seemed like actually Maggie was doing more of the interrogation than the other girl.
Yep.
And I don't know her name. I even tried to look her up. Believe me, I tried to look her up, and I could not find her name. I didn't see the end credits, so I wasn't able to get the lady's name.
Yep.
Because I definitely would have looked her up, and I probably will after this episode. And the fact that, you know, I really felt that Maggie was just sitting there interrogating her. She was getting more information,
Totally.
asking about the name on the hand, and look how quickly it just melted her. And she started, you know, my father and a bad boyfriend, and, you know, I'm looking for him. And
Well, and
all
even
that kind of stuff.
how she played it when she mentioned the hand, she's like, "Oh, is that your boyfriend?" And because she knew it wasn't her boyfriend. You know, she knew it was
who
more
tries to
than
get
that.
inked? Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and that's the thing. She's like, no, and boom, like you're right that she used, you know, what she could to get on her side to get her to kind of start opening up. And even though she's just like, you know, we're still in the same boat, but it's like, you know, now I'm inside your head, and that's a different thing. And I'm telling you what, Maggie is badass on her own. Carol is badass on her own. You put the two of them together, and you've got the Hulk.
You get freaking pistol whipping. That's what you
Yeah,
get.
you get some
You get pistol
serious
whipping to the
pistol
point that the
whippings.
screen's covered with blood. All you see is Maggie's crazy look. Now, this is the first time Maggie's gone ape shit. Now, she's gone ape shit at the prison.
Yep.
So this is not the first time she acted out. I mean, and just straight, grunting and just, I'm
Yeah.
killing everything. And, she definitely did that. Now that I won't call it cherry trash grandma, whoever she was, she made me laugh.
Oh, she was hilarious.
Yeah.
The cancer woman.
Cancer woman. She just said, "Fuck it, I'm dying. I'm gonna keep smoking."
Yeah, she's like, who gives a fuck anymore, man?
At this point, what can you do?
Yeah.
It's either zombies or cancer. One of them is gonna win.
Yep,
So let's just say F it and just go forward.
absolutely. She had a good spirit, but she was kind of a bitch, and she got annoying. She was just
I will give this. This was the most creative. I called this when the trailer trash grandma got taken out. My spy versus spy trapdoor zombie, because that's what it felt like.
yeah,
Straight out of the Spy versus Spy video game. And those people know the game. You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
When they open that door, that zombie's right there with a rope. Freaking awesome. Perfect
Yeah.
timing.
yeah, just
Crazy.
enough to get her, but not enough to get to the door to warn her that he's there.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And that kind of sucks though. When you get through this and like something like that, I always trip. Like I got this far. This is how I get killed.
Yep,
You're like, damn, I was doing so good.
I was doing so well.
I wasn't. This is like it's been a couple months. I think I got this down. But you see it now. The zombies, when they're just a couple of them, they're not. It's not crazy like it used to be. They just know how to handle them.
Mm-hmm.
Just a knife to head, and it's now like swatting flies.
Right,
When they're in small groups, when they're a horde, yeah, let's get the hell out of here.
right, exactly. Because there's only so much stabbing you can do at once. You're not an
Yeah.
octopus. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, exactly. So you can see the how they deal with zombies are a lot different than they did in the first season. First season, you're just hacking, sacking, you're just freaking taking them all out as much as you can. Now you're being more a little cool. You're not wasting a lot of your energy. You're just not making a lot of noise. You're using a knife. Everybody's good with a knife with zombies. Everybody,
Everybody.
both sides. The one thing
Even
I did
the
like
even the kid in school in the Fear of the Walking Dead, the student, he's good. He's got his knife. He's like, "Can I please have my knife back?"
yeah, I need it. I'm going to need this.
Yes.
But you got me off some of what the Asian lady said. That I like the conversation during. That's what I was trying to get back to the interrogation. How she told her that you guys are the bad guys. You think you think guys, you're the bad guys. Mm-hmm. We're the good guys. You're the bad guys. And if you look on it, if you're sitting on the fence, either way, you can justify. Yeah, they do look bad.
Well,
You know,
they're
and even-
the ones that attacked. Regardless
Yeah,
of
and even-
anything else that happened, they were the ones that attacked.
And Polly even agreed. Said, "Okay, I'll give you that. What happened on the road? I can see that. Okay, I give you that. But what about the bunker?"
Yeah.
Next question.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's the thing. Is that they, and the answer is I'm looking out for my own because we can't trust you to not be violent.
And they're both right, though. I think that from their point of view, they are the aggressor. Because their system's been working.
Yeah.
And
Who knows what she knows about the deal that was going on with the Hilltop. Like, she might not know some of the bad stuff that's going on with them. Mm-hmm. Who knows how much they know or knew at this point. But that's one thing I'll say about this show. Like, if people who haven't watched The Walking Dead or they're not really sure, the best thing you can say to them, if you've ever had a character on a show that you wanted to see something happen to them, Walking Dead is your show, man. I guarantee you something bad will happen to whoever you dislike.
yeah, and this shows no exception because Polly had one of the craziest kills.
Yeah.
Not wasn't she impaled, but her face
Got
was
her
being
face eaten off. Aha.
it's like a shish kebab.
Yeah. it's a I don't know, a Pollyanna.
Yeah,
But
well, the whole thing was even Carol. We did skip a little bit, but I like the fact how Carol just run, bitch, run.
yeah, she kept
I'm trying to give you a way out.
Yep.
And what does Maggie say? Nah, we got to finish this.
Yeah. She's
I mean,
we need to finish this. But
And I have to
Carol saw
take
herself.
Maggie's side.
Carol saw herself in Polly. That was the reason she was like, just go, just take the chance and get out there and live and be, that she could change from the path she was on.
You got that from that? I don't know.
Totally.
I think Maggie's just more. I mean,
no, not Maggie. I'm talking about Carol.
No, I said Maggie, but I meant Carol. I feel Carol is just like, she's done.
No,
You know?
no, I'm not talking about that. That could still be. That definitely could still be. But she was just, I think, with this chick, because again, this is something that she did know kind of had to be handled, right? And I think with her, because they really did connect as far as the battering thing, that she, the same way she connected with Daryl when she found out that he'd been abused. And so she hears that from her, and she's just, and I think that was her sympathy, and she's just like, look, just go. You've got one chance. You can get out of here. And she's just like, I'm not leaving. And she forced it. And Carol fucking, dude, she'll fight you without the gun. She doesn't give a shit. She is a bad motherfucker.
Carol is no joke. She straight up shot that lady right in the head.
Yep.
After she took a swipe at Maggie with the knife. Carol wasted no time, just put it right to the temple, went boom, like, damn.
Completely.
Oh, she could have been on the team. Why did you get rid of the Asian chick? I was like, fight. Yes, please fight, but don't kill her. I kept saying that. Please, let her fight, but just don't kill her. Oh, man. Well, it lasted for a while. Maybe long enough.
I could have watched Maggie and the redhead fight for a while. That would have been cool.
Look at us, dude.
We're all pervs. Hey, welcome to the Pervy Dead.
Okay, so one thing I thought was pretty cool, that it was like a countdown, because when the Polly was telling, they're 10 minutes out, they're on the way, they're reinforcing whatever to help them out. Mm-hmm. At the same time, I'm thinking, it's Daryl and the crew are going to bust in any minute.
Right. I kept expecting it too.
Yeah, they're tracking it. Like, the whole time they're getting closer, and like you said earlier, Polly pretty much said, they're too damn close. That was a clean signal. They're here.
Yep.
And they were. They're probably just checking out the area, what we're going to do. I don't see anything. I don't see any windows. We don't know what's going on. They're waiting for their opportunity. And
like I said, Rick is very methodical. He does not rush into shit.
Yeah. And, I would love to hear some of that dialogue with that dude that they had captured. So, do we need that in the next episode? Maybe not.
No, you know what I'm looking
we need it.
You know what I want to see in the next episode, to be honest with you? I want to see where Kyle and Tara are going. I want to see the road trip. I would love to see that story just pulled out for, you know what I mean? And take a break. And they've got 2 episodes to come back where they can come back and do, stuff with the group and the Saviors. So I would absolutely love to see just a complete change and they go out on a road trip. That would be awesome.
I'd like to see them try and go to that food truck that's in the lake.
Yeah, that could be, maybe that's part of their thing that Kyle and Tara can kind of do.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah,
it's possible.
But I would just be interested to see where they're going, because they've sent them out on trips before. We've seen them leaving Alexandria on trips before. We've never really seen where they went to, except the one time when Glenn went with them and Noah got 8.
Yeah. What's really cool, also got to keep in mind, is that the setup for the ending, when the reinforcements were arriving after, they killed off the people, the guy and the 2 girls.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, three women, and they were coming in, and they set that trap on the kill floor. I did not expect that.
No,
I don't know if you did. I did not expect that at all.
No.
But I did like the part how Carol, like I said last week, she was counting how many people she killed. It was 18, I think.
Yeah, you were 100% right. She even talked about it in this episode.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool, because she was tripping over that stuff.
Well, yeah, she was playing psychotic Sudoku with it. It was freaking me out. I'm like, what the hell is she writing?
It should have 17 killed and 1 head fuck kid.
Yeah.
Let's be clear.
But I think that she even counts that, because she did maybe put it in his head, and she knew he got scared at the last minute.
Yeah. Put a cook on his grave, so she had some conscience about it.
Yeah.
She's aware of her doing. So anyway, when she threw that cigarette in there, and those guys were burning, I'm like, that is insane.
Yep.
And they sat there and heard them burning, just not watch, but they were right there. You hear them screaming to death, like, dude, there is no way out.
Yep.
But the thing is, I'm sorry. I mean, I guess if you smell spilled gasoline, you smell it away. You just don't walk in it and then you smell it.
Well, but it's Hollywood gasoline.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
I just had to point it out.
Okay.
People. It's like, hey, I smell something. This don't smell right. Even as you enter the hallway, you would smell that gasoline.
Oh, you totally would. It would have totally reeked the place up.
Yeah.
There's no way.
So
and
cool.
just the whole, just the the act of pouring it onto the floor, the oxygen would have put the fumes well into the air. And it wasn't like she did it, an hour ago. It was done like just before they got there. So you're absolutely right. That whole place would have stunk.
It'd be cool if she freaking lit the damn can and threw it in there. That'd been even freaking.
And to be honest with you, the fumes are more flammable than the gas. That the flames probably would have even came out where they were.
Yeah.
Just
Still-
just a little bit until that door got closed.
All right, so they take out all the saviors in this batch of saviors, and the group's reunited and everything like that. Everybody's happy, and
And they got
the whole
got
thing-
their prisoner guy.
they had the prisoner guy, and even the thing with Daryl was pretty cool. It was a throwback. Now Carol was there, needed the consulting. She's not right. She said, He goes, "Are you all right?" She goes, "Fuck no,
Yeah.
I'm not all right." And he just right there dropped her, just gave her a big old bear hug, and like, "It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right."
Yeah. Well, that's that's his mama right there, man. That's.
But here's the kicker.
Yeah.
The few lines that Rick had with that prisoner, Rick was freaking grilling him, interrogating him. He's a cop. Mm-hmm. The entire time they're together, he's interrogating him. It's like, I'm asked for the last time. Or whatever. Was Negan in that group, whatever, in that room or whatever? And
was he in the room or was he here?
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's they foreshadowed that with the old cancer woman saying we're all Negan, and so then when he said it, yeah, you're right. It kind of came out, and it's like, oh man,
Yeah, it's saying something. It seems like I wouldn't call it a cult, but it's like their gang. It's we're Negan. We're all Negan.
Yep.
And also it gives more of a what was the word I'm looking for? A mysterious, no face, just
right.
presence.
You're never gonna kill the real Negan because will the real Negan please stand up, kind of thing.
Exactly, and it's more effective that way.
Absolutely.
Because see, look what happened. The guy says, "I'm Negan," and what did Rick do? He dealt with the problem. Okay, for him, because he didn't hear that conversation with the old grandma trailer trash saying that we're all Negan.
But he's gonna hear about it when
Carol
talks about it.
Yeah.
She's going to let him know, and then they're going to start. I think possibly very soon they're going to be like, "Holy crap, we still got a problem."
Yeah, and that's the thing that Rick is trying to snip that right away. Is this Negan? Is this Negan? Are we sure? We got to make sure of this. And like he didn't waste no time. Okay, this is Negan. Boom. It lets you know how
He
serious
said,
it is. Right.
"I'm sorry it had to come to this."
Wait. I'm Negan Jr.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Did I say Negan? I meant Negan.
Negan. From South Compton.
Yeah, exactly. He's from North Compton. We're totally different.
He's a different Negan. That's gonna be on my T-shirt. Negan, man. So pretty much that was the episode. Crazy as always. And it wasn't a letdown whatsoever.
Never.
It went beyond my expectation of what they're going to do with Carol and Maggie.
Yep.
And I'm wondering how Maggie's going to come from this after this. Because she said she's done. She said, "I'm done," or something like that. So that means she's going to be now, they're going to be a leader, handling all negotiations. She's done fighting. Is her baby in jeopardy? I'm still thinking that she's on the chopping block. Because once again, I'm sticking to my guns. They don't need two babies. This right here could end up being an infection.
Yep.
I don't know.
Well, it could be an infection, or she absolutely could be killed off, or who knows? Something's going to happen in the coming couple episodes. We are definitely going to lose, I feel, a member of the core group. Because it's been a while since we've lost a member of the core group, and I think that's coming real soon. And I say that with not anticipation, but with apprehension. Like I just, this is not something I want, but it's the way that the show plays out. Yeah, typically it's inevitable. That's the right way to say it. But I also wanted to announce, apparently, I was completely right about when they were going to show Negan. We didn't have to wait till the last episode.
Oh,
we saw two of them tonight. See, I knew I'd be right.
He said he was Negan.
He said it. That's what he said. He said it. You didn't say that we were going to see Jeffrey Morgan. What's his dude?
I said they're going to show Negan.
Yeah, exactly. See, ha ha ha.
I got video.
No, I knew what you meant though. So we're still waiting. We're still waiting. It's when they.
Dude, we're down to 3 episodes, right?
Yeah.
Or 4? What are we down to?
We're down to 3 more. That's why I'm saying. I think the next one should be the road trip story. You know, take us out of what we've been doing, like they did with the Morgan story, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
You know, show something kind of cool because I like the Kyle guy and I want to see what's going on with Tara. But I mean, who knows? Maybe they won't because there's no one from the core group with them. Like if Glenn went with them, then it would be something different. So, but it would be interesting. I'd love to see him do something totally unexpected.
It will be a much calmer episode. It's not going to be crazy, but the last 2 is going to be
off the chain.
yes, and there's no reason why it shouldn't.
Yeah,
Because at
I'm
the rate they're
expecting
going,
the last 2 episodes to make this episode look like patty cakes.
and you're going to be absolutely right on it. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, this one was crazy. Don't get me wrong. It was a nice bunch of zombies, but it was mostly about dealing with humans.
I
And
love the humans they were dealing with. They were so cool, and you didn't know anything about them. There was so much mystery to it. It just was perfect.
And for someone in one episode, Polly's character really stood out.
Yep.
I could have dealt with another episode of her. Yeah, she was a pain in the ass. You know?
Yeah, but again, I could see her being part of the group. In different circumstances, I could totally see her being in with this group.
Yeah. You know, and she might be right. That could have been Carol, or Carol could be ending up that way.
Yeah.
You know, she's on a different platform. I hate to say it. It's just Carol is, man, she's a badass.
Yeah, Carol is beyond anybody we've seen on the show so far.
She needs her own video game.
She needs her own video game, The Carol Chronicles. But, I mean, think about it. She's got more cunning than the governor. You know what I mean? She's like badass than anybody we've seen. So I'm kind of hoping, who knows, maybe that's the thing. Maybe Negan will be the one person she can't beat. You know, maybe it'll be Carol that goes.
Maybe. It's a possibility. I mean, I know it's episode, if you want to know the comic book, it's the 100 comic book. Number 100 is the one where you find out what goes on with Negan. Now, I know who's supposed to be, maybe, but I'm not even going to hint at all.
I hope not.
But
No spoilers on this show. We talk a lot of shit, but there ain't no spoilers.
No spoilers. But it's definitely, I don't know honestly now, because there's so many changes they do on this series, which are good changes. I think, what I said in an earlier episode, is that they're making changes that they should have done in the comic book. Or, you know what, this would be a better idea if we do it in the TV series. It keeps it fresh, keeps you on the toes. Even those who read the comic book, like me, you know, we're getting to the point where I'm done reading it. I haven't read it in a while, so there'll be a point where I don't know what's going to happen.
Oh.
But definitely, I read this comic book. So anyway, with that in mind, another great episode. We're looking forward to next week's episode. Ross and I will keep at this until the show goes off the air, which it will never happen.
It'll never happen.
It will never happen.
You know, and I always tell you guys every week that I am Punctual Pothead on Twitter. I got to start tweeting so that you guys have something to follow. So that's my promise to you. I'm going to start tweeting, and it's at Punctual Pothead. Check me out.
And those who, if this goes on, I'm here during South by Southwest here in Austin, Texas, big thing. I'm out there. You can find me, people, at Tony_Lamar, or just Google me. I'm out there, people. You can find me.
Thanks for hanging out.